The heavy downpour pounding West Pokot and other parts of the country is making the process of recovery of missing people and bodies in Chesogon and Elgeyo Marakwet difficult, with those carrying out the process citing that the high water levels and stony terrain are not making the process any easier. In an update made earlier today by Rift Valley Regional Commissioner George Natembeya, 2 bodies and 1 of a fetus were recovered today, adding the death toll to 15 even as 22 more people are yet to be found. The search that is now being carried out by the Kenya Red Cross and the Kenya Defence Forces is currently expected to continue until tomorrow. The search team is further expected to make a final determination on whether to continue with the operation or not. West Pokot residents are now being urged by the local and national government to move to higher grounds to avoid a repetition of mudslide tragedy.
Let us all take responsibility. This is about our lives. This is not about government. It's about our lives collectively. Let's take responsibility. We're asking our civic leaders across the board to work with us, move our populations, to safer places, to higher ground, so that we can keep our people safe.
Also in Kisumu County, River Nyando burst its banks due to the heavy rains, displacing and rendering hundreds of residents there homeless. The residents who have since been forced to move to higher grounds, describing the ordeal, say they are worried about contracting COVID-19 while they rebuild their lives.
This is our clinic, and the water started at around 5 a.m. So it has destroyed all of the medicines that were there, the syringes, all the drugs, everything. So we are trying to salvage 1 or 2 things so that at least we can see what we can be able to get.
Umri yangu ni miaka 83. Lakini hii ilifanyika 1961. Lakini ya leo hata tungetarajia kwamba tungeona mafuriko namna hii.
In Narok County, residents have been warned against agricultural activities along major rivers to avoid surging waters that could lead to flooding, landslides and eventually death in extreme cases.
Those people are living downstream and even upstream to be very careful when crossing these big rivers because they are full of water, they are flooded. But we are aware that quite a number of people are farming along the river, especially downstream at Kimelok and just areas. And I want to warn them that they be very careful not to stay near the river.
Yesterday, the Kenya Meteorological Department warned Kenyans to brace for more heavy rains over the next 7 days. Joel Chacha, Switch TV, Nairobi.